Oh, Merry Christmas. Good to see you. One moment, I had something happen. There we go. Welcome everyone, good to see you. Tonight's Center of Light. Foundation is frequency, light, and sound. Hello, Kelly Bird. Hello, Kelly Bauman. These double Kellys in here. Merry Christmas, everybody. Good to see you. Let me do a couple things. I'm getting settled in. I got late to my chair. How dare. Abigail Engel. Here's old Chris Kringle. Tonight is frequency, light, and sound. New season, new time, new place, new space. Light and sound. Light and sound. Light. That which we see. Sound. Vibration. It's all frequency. Light and sound abound everywhere. It's everywhere. It's everything. We're going to get a little deep into that in just a little bit. We are transforming from carbon-based beings into that of a crystalline structure. Swamji is of complete crystalline structure. All DNA fired off and activated. Slowly but surely, we're moving into this new imprint, this new stabilization. Hello, Rena. Merry Christmas. We're transforming from carbon-based to that of a crystalline structure. I'm a little off kilter right now, so forgive me, everybody. From homecoming across the bridge to the soul. And this was many years ago, 97, give or take. It didn't say per se that we were becoming that of a crystalline structure from carbon structure. It does say it in a roundabout way. And you hear that, hello Lore, that we're becoming crystalline because of the light that is beginning to clear the stuff. Crystalline nature, God representing the light, moves through the human vehicle. From homecoming crossing the bridge to the soul, my dialogue with spirit. So what is it like to see and be in this supreme state, I ask. Spirit responds, simply divine, so crystal clear is my vision that everywhere I look, all I see is me. I am not the supreme being. I am supreme being. And my beingness permeates everything in creation like light moving through glass. It's beautiful. It's poetic. I love it. And I ask, is everything crystalline in structure? Yes, exactly, Keith. From my mind, all information passes through fiber optic light branches to manifest everything, everywhere, all at once, illuminating me, spirit, as the source of all that is, By purifying that which is within you, which remains clouded and constricted by fear, you too will come to see and be in this state. And I respond by saying, what a great session this was for me. I do believe I have much more clarity now. Well, Keith, I'm very pleased to hear that, because if this chapter about clarity provided none, what would have been the point? How do we become clear? So we can not only see everything, or at least understand that everything is radiated light, but that we begin to merge and integrate into this light, that everything begins to softly blend together. I'm doing this proficiently now. There's no more defined edges. How do we do this? An acronym for clarity. C, call on God in times of confusion. Dear Lord, what do I do? L, love is the power. Love is all there is. A, allow and accept yourself and all people. R, raise your vibrations by living my truths. I, intend to marry your God self completely. It's just an intention. I'm creating a covenant. Merry Christmas. T, trust that all things will unfold accordingly, according to why you. It's all about you. Where there is clarity, there is peace. The definition of tonight's presentation, two definitions tonight, is center of light frequency, light and sound. Definition of light. Something that makes vision possible. I see what you mean. That's light. It's enlightenment. I gave a nugget. I see. It's all a circle. It's all connected. Something that makes vision possible. I see, and I can see it. So now we have two levels of seeing happening. The sensation aroused by stimulation of the visual receptors. Light or visible light is electromagnetic radiation that can be perceived by the human eye. In physics, okay, we're going to move now. 1 second. So now that we looked at light, hello Kelly Curtis. Now that we looked at light, enlightenment, lighten up, lighten your load, the light of awareness, all these lights, all these Christmas lights represent being lit. You have no effort seeing with your eyes. You can just look around and see. But also what is required is, more importantly, is you must look. Seeing, looking. And then the field of the vision, our capacity opens up even greater. To the infinite, if we intend deep enough, often enough, frequent enough. This is what we call life, right? For some people, it's like this. Life is a roller coaster. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Then for some people, they're up, as in struggle, going uphill, seems to take forever. The peak is very, very high. And once they crest the mountain cap, the apex, down with momentum they go. Now, what makes life more to your liking is to widen your intervals, your frequency, your amplitude expansion, to where you stay in your best frequency as often as possible. Even better than that is when you become so well balanced that there is no oscillation, there's no frequency at all. You are a flat line. What you know as you is basically dead. even without a physical body. You're dead. Hence, you flatlined. There's no more oscillation of you. The idea is to get so congruent with light that there are really no more oscillations, except you being in the infinite unified quantum mechanical field we term spiritually, religiously as God. Everything you see is radiated light, electromagnetic radiated light. You break that down to a quantum mechanical level, that chair doesn't look like a chair anymore. None whatsoever. At all. Nor do I, nor do you, nor do we. So what you're seeing everywhere is light. Compressed. We're going to get into some of that in a minute. Welcome to Center Light Foundation. Tonight we're speaking about frequency. Light and sound. It's a frequency. A light wave. An audio wave. You wave to one of your friends. You ride a wave. Surf in, hang 10 all the way to shore. But not only does it mean frequency as in a wave, frequency as in how frequent, how often. What is its frequency? Well, it happens for me every couple of whatever years, whatever your belief is or how you are seeing things. So now we're going to move into a little more about sound. Definition: a particular auditory impression, tone. Everything has a tone. Everything. You have a tone. Ever heard the expression, tone it down? Tone, the sensation perceived by the senses of hearing, mechanical, radiant energy that is transmitted by longitudinal pressure waves in a material medium such as air and is the objective cause of hearing. Let me share with you what sound can do. What, not only what it is, which I did just share with you, but what is sound? Sound is power. You ever asked yourself or ever contemplated the thought, how do those Tibetan Buddhists erect those monuments all the way in the mountain? They're monuments, they're temples. And there are no roads that lead to these temples. They've chanted, they've meditated, they've toned. It's scientific fact. Sound can create levitation. If that's what you're trying to create, you use sound to create levitation. So they've toned these megalithic stones up into these mountains to create their monasteries, their temples. In physics, sound is a vibration that propagates as an acoustic wave through a transmission medium as a gas, liquid, or solid. In human physiology and psychology, sound is the reception of such waves and their perception by the brain. Let me fast forward this song a little bit. Merry Christmas, everyone. Much better. All right, so a little more on sound. Light is that which defines, creates, let me get my notes because there's a lot of D words in here. Sound creates form. There's another note. I want to find this. So basically, light creates there you go, that's the word I'm looking for. Light creates definition and detail. It's the signature, it's the frequency that is being selected. Sound is the power that says, let's make this congeal into a form. Light is sort of the higher idea of what it is that you are choosing to create or just simply experiencing. It's electromagnetic light. And sound is what makes everything begin to solidify into a physical solid structure that anchors and moors your experience into what we call reality. So light is definition and detail. Sound is power and connection. Light is definition and detail. Sound is power and connection. There is nothing else. There is nothing else. God is omnipresent. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Oh, and it's that very Om that sustains all of creation, which never started and will never end. It's tough to wrap your heart into something like that, your mind into something like that. So speaking more about sound. Sound creates form. Get on YouTube, look it up. You'll find these amazing videos when they throw sand onto a sound plate and they start adding tones, and it makes all these spiritual, sacred, geometrical shapes. Likewise, being a musician, when I play music and I make sound, people form on the dance floor. It's analogous. It's applicable across the board. Sound creates form. I create sound, creates form on the dance floor. And everybody's doing their own form of dancing, or whatever. So light and sound is that which makes up, I would say, everything on levels we don't even understand. Because light would be the Word, and form would be, I'm trying to find the right, light would be the Word. In the beginning was the Word. That would be light. And the Word was with God. A little bit of light and sound, and the Word was God. That would be complete sound. In other words, kaboom. Amplitude. Amplitude is the expression describing the maximum level of movements that occur periodically. Life, ups and downs. In other words, it is a name given to half of the distance between the top of decks and the bottom pits seen by a wave. What is amplitude? Amplitude, I just read that. Da, 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 da. Why did I duplicate that so many times? Scientific fact. Understand that you are the influencer of it all. You see, in this sea of infinite energy, there are waves and particles. What is a wave? What is a particle? Did you know a wave is potential energy? A particle is that which has become manifested. Did you know, scientific fact, did you know that as soon as you observe or pay attention to a wave, it transforms into a particle. It becomes manifest because of you as the beholder. Because of you as the beholder. Be, a cause, an effect, of you as the the one holding the idea, the one who is turned towards the wave, now solidifying it and making it into a particle. Therefore, you experience what you experience. Because of you as the beholder, the one holding and continues to see it as you have deemed it to be, that will be your experience until you as the beholder change the way you see it. As Dr. Wayne Dyer said, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Furthermore, when you turn away, listen to this, when you turn away from the particle you've once held, when you turn away from it, it is then that it is able to convert back into a wave, which is infinite potential. If you look at the quantum entanglement theory, you take a particle, if you can split it, and you put one on this side, the universe, and this side beyond any universe we have yet to discover. You change one, not only will the other one change in sequence, they change at the same time. So there is no time, all there is space. And that space is here now. And that space is a frequency of light and sound. You have a sound. Think about this. I just hit this bell. I, me, this you, have created a sound. And now it's vibing, toning throughout the infinite quantum mechanical field. When you walk, animals can hear it. You're creating a sound. When you breathe, you may not be paying attention to it. But if you listen to yourself as you breathe, you will hear that you are creating a sound. Very profound it can be for you too, if you see that as you move throughout your day in your experience, I understand there's a lot to it, to be on this 24/7 spiritual game. It is a lot. But it's going through that practice that'll bring you to the space of, now it's default. You can just sit back and everything's on automatic pilot. What is this automatic pilot I'm referring to? It's sort of just basically reminding yourself, and very often, frequency about light and sound. I'm in a sea of light and sound. I am light and sound. I tell you, when you make these sorts of shifts, things change immediately. Literally. I'm in light and sound. And then everything begins to illuminate, really. Because of your focus, your intention to see, as I said earlier, it's not only about seeing, it's about looking. So we've been seeing. I'm supposed to be at least affirming that I'm practicing becoming aware that everything is light and sound. Now that you become the one from seeing to looking. Focus. You know, that leaning into something that you really want to take in with intention. Light and sound, frequency. Not only frequency as an amplitude or oscillation or a light or sound wave. It's about how often, as I just mentioned, or do you engage into the current, the cosmic current of you. Frequency, energy, electricity, light, sound. You're plugged into a source generator. Quantum mechanical field, God, doesn't matter if you call it anything at all. You're plugged in. Song break, gonna be right back. I have a presentation for you that I did sometime recently. We're gonna get to that. It's called Light and Sound from the Meek Shall Inherit the Earth. Hello, Dolores. Good to see you. Merry Christmas, everyone. Let me see what we're playing tonight. Let's play something a little on the upside.
So it's up to you. a choice to make, to promise yourself you'll celebrate. There's a time to trust, and a time to love, and a time to know who you are. So let the love of God on you. It's always been that way. It's time to celebrate who you are. Perfect in every So it's up to you, a plan to make, to promise yourself you'll celebrate. There's a time to love, and a time to trust, and a time to know you are loved. Time to know you are loved. So let the love of God on you. It's always been that way. It's time to celebrate what you are. It's time to celebrate who you are. It's time to celebrate that you are.
Shamalama ding dong, shamalama ding dong. Pete the Creek gonna sing you a Christmas song. Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg. The Batmobile lost his wheel and Robin lost his eggs. Sha-sha, woo-woo. You remember to drink lots of that egg-a-nog and send me some of those cookies, though. Pete the Creep's coming to your house. I woke up this morning, bruh. Let me tell you, there were some pre-Christmas toys under my tree. Pete the Creep got it in tight with the ho-ho man. Merry Christmas. Sha-sha. Woo-woo.
Welcome back to Center Life Foundation. Tonight we're speaking about frequency. Let me change this music real quick. How about some of this? Blessings, beautiful siblings. All right. Tonight's Center of Light Foundation frequency, light and sound. I just feel a little off today. And maybe it's all that, I'm going to blame it on the turkey from last night. Speaking about frequency, oscillation, light waves, sound waves, everything. Wave at people, they wave at you. It's all information, frequency, energy. Light and sound. Light is definition and detail. And sound is power and connection. Everything is light and sound. So from a recent presentation I did, I'm going to move into this segment of something I did a few years ago, many years ago, some years ago. It's about more accurate. When I made a movie called And the Meek Shall Inherit the Earth. This is going to pinpoint for sure information about light. Sound is included in there. You can look at light and sound as twins. Shake hands deal. Two sides of the same coin, and it's the only way we can understand it because we live in the world of duality unless you transcend it. Congratulations. Send me an email and tell me what you're doing. I want to know. So let's move right into that. Good to see you. Happy holidays to you and yours. Frequency, light and sound. Get in the garden. Everything you see is radiated light. Everything you hear is auditory sound. You even make noise. Even when you're quiet. Even when you're sleeping. Represents quiet, unconscious. You're making noise. You're snoring. You're breathing. Enjoy. I'll see you shortly. It is common knowledge that when astronomers and other scientists look into deep space to study cosmic occurrences, they are witnessing the light from events that actually took place long ago. All their high-tech equipment might help prove some of their theories, but without inner vision, these experts will stay unaware of what is presently taking place throughout the universe. As long as they remain in a spiritually myopic state, they will not be able to harness the power that true cosmic knowledge can bring. On the other hand, spiritualists understand that light is the product of a pure, enlightened consciousness, and so they dedicate their lives to achieving just that. The more they develop themselves and begin to consciously connect to the omnipresent spirit, the more they are able to witness the grandeur of the universe here and now. In truth, light is everywhere at all times, or no time, should I say. Just like a hologram, the whole is inherent in every fragment of light throughout the entire cosmos. You might say that God cosmosis is taking place everywhere. Relativity. Definition. The quality or state of being relative, something that is relative. The state of being dependent for existence on, determined in nature, value, or quality by relation to something else. Theory of the relative, rather than the absolute. The interdependence of matter, time, and space, as developed by Albert Einstein in two separate theories. The theory includes the statement that motion is relative, not absolute. The velocity of light is constant. The mass of a body in motion varies with velocity. Space and time are interdependent and form a four-dimensional continuum. One of the greatest minds in all of history belonged to Albert Einstein. His mission when he was on Earth was to present his theory of relativity to the world, a theory that prepares you for an even greater truth to come. Since that day is here, I shall give you a new formula, an updated one that takes into consideration the shifting and reshifting that has taken place since his original one was proffered. Einstein's formula said that nothing can go faster than the speed of light. The theory of relativity. E equals mc squared, where E equals energy, m equals mass, c equals light. The new formula says that there is something faster than light, and that something is thought. The difference between these two theories? One states that slowly but surely linear time is depleting. The theory of reality, where E equals energy, lifting, m equals mass, manifesting energy, c equals light, omnipresent with no velocity. E equals mc pi over relativity, pi over 4. The pi over relativity correlates to the quickening that is now taking place. Relativity correlates directly to people. All the relative personified spirits who use the primal force of thought to create and define reality, whether it be with clarity, knowing, and intention, or with confusion, belief, opinions, and judgment. The pi over 4 represents the no time factor that diminishes the space between your thoughts and the manifestation of reality, the window between what you think and what happens. The number 4 in this case is the numerical symbol that signifies the power of the whole that will move within you and permeate your emotional body as intense feeling, thus guaranteeing the manifestation
of the self. Thought, definition: the act or process of thinking, reflection, meditation. The power of reasoning, intellect, imagination. Through physics, Einstein's theory of relativity revealed to the world its linear to vertical thought speed capacity. Now, as people become more aware that they are one, that very capacity will change exponentially. Let's talk a little more about math and how it's useful, its intended purpose, and its progression. Before someone is exposed to math's principles, their thought process proceeds more or less on a linear level. Once they learn its basic applications, more advanced modalities of vertical thought begin to emerge. Their mental capacity increases as they master algebra, geometry, trigonometry, and calculus. If they go on to study physics, quantum physics, and metaphysics, they come to understand much more about the universe and how it functions. But neither math's formulas nor its numbers are really that important. Math's real value lies in the expansion it brings to the minds of those who master it. Math offers a way for people to comprehend something higher than themselves. Still using basic math, let us look at the foundation a child operates from. The number one is the very first concept a child learns. The child discovers who he or she is as one and interacts with the world using that awareness. Yes, children understand the universal primordial number before math ever comes into play, because it is the very nature of the universe to operate from this premise. Zero, definition: nothing, figure zero. Point on a graduated instrument from which positive and negative quantities are reckoned. Now for the concept of zero. Among zero's many divine attributes are wholeness, balance, completion, union, and last but not least, eternity. Zero is the highest idea there is, but it is not user-friendly, for it requires you to fully comprehend the idea of nothing or no thing, God. Notice I said idea, because zero is just that, not a number, but a concept. And until a system is in place that enables the collective mind to expand into whole thought, understanding the divine will remain a challenge. As with zero, the number one is a formidable number to realize. If you do not understand the concept of one, trying to comprehend numerical concepts such as millions, billions, and trillions would only be putting the cart before the horse. Just know that if you continue to break everything down into bits, you will always find yourself living in a world of multiplicity and separation. As we look to history, we learn of people who are now deemed to be great, but who were regarded as quacks, crazies, and troublemakers by the contemporaries during their time on earth. Is it not ironic how these prodigies were only accepted after their lifetimes? Just about everything of value we use in our modern world was gifted to us by these so-called weirdos: Jesus, Franklin, Tesla, Einstein, and others. Not only were these geniuses divinely inspired, but they understood the zero-one principle, so they were able to make their great discoveries and thus better humanity.
Welcome back to Center of Light Foundation. Tonight we're speaking about frequency. Not only amplitude as far as oscillation and waveforms as in light and auditory, but we're speaking about how often can we stay in that space of the joy that happens in our life. How do we begin to expand those intervals? I understand we all have a human life and it's beautiful. My path is not escaping from being human, but it's more of choosing consciously to move into the realm of the divine, into the garden, into the kingdom of forever. If you are truly wanting to integrate with your Creator this time around, when we begin to practice seeing everything as light and sound, searching, looking for the profound, then it will abound and it will appear all around us. You will begin to see light not only around you, but you as it yourself, which creates the integration process. And then you will expand your hearing capacity. Because but also understand that even in hearing, feeling, sensing, this is all truly a way of seeing. See what I mean? When you begin to live in light and sound consciously, you will begin to see, hear, understand that in the light perspective, the light spectrum, that which is not is simply static, scratchy, grainy film. It's just static. And in the auditory spectrum, you will begin to hear what is truly noise and distortion. And there is such thing as light distortion. You will begin to see the distortions. And then you will be able to navigate the wilderness of humanity of your own a little more sure-footedly. I see a lot of distortions. I no longer call it people. I no longer call it this politician or this person or this event or this situation. I just see it as a distortion. It takes me immediately out of the game of shame and blame to a space of it's just simply distortion. There's no clarity here. And everything just sounds like noise. I'm just not interested. Could it be that easy? It is that easy. Is it easy to make the choice? It is, but we make it difficult on ourselves. We become heavy on ourselves and not light, which creates no enlightenment. We're not lightening up. And the way to light up is to see, be, heal, feel, hear, and it's all here. Here. And we take small bites of cracker, small bites of the spiritual ambrosia cracker. Otherwise you'll choke. Too big of a bite will make you choke. And you bite it, you chew on it, you assimilate it, you process it, you digest it. You send it back into the world. Whose world? Yours. There are 8 billion worlds and universes on this planet, on this one world. So when you begin to see everything as coalesced, mingling, and also mended from being rended, it's a very splendid thing, I tell you. It becomes Christmas every day. I want to see, you have to look. I want to hear, you have to listen. I want to feel deeply, you have to be as deep as possible. I just feel a little off my kilter tonight, so I'm going to do one more song. I'm going to be right back. Tonight is Center of Light Foundation Frequency. Light and sound. Let's see what we got. 2B1, why not? Light and sound frequency. You want to move into that arena? Here you go. Labrador.
100 million pieces, making one of each and every heart, giving one love like you really mean it, seeing one in each other every day. Loving one is how to get to heaven. Sharing one, the love that you are. Hearing one, that little voice inside. Being one with all the people. Teaching one all the children about love. Finding one, your own peaceful heart. Causing one to feel peace too. And that's the way. And that's the way to be one. Being one that lives to make a difference. Caring for one who really needs a friend. Opening one to truth that they see, yeah. Lifting one to dwell in the kingdom. Dwell in the kingdom. Sending one only thoughts of happiness. Receiving one love that's your gift. Think as one ends the separation. Being one saves the world. Teaching one all the children about love. Finding one your own peaceful heart. Causing one to feel peace too. And that's the way. Teaching one all the children about love. Finding one your own peaceful heart. Cause the world to feel peace too. And that's the way. And that's the way to be one. To be one. To be
Hello, you sexy human time bomb. Pete the Creep here. It's been a while. You want to have some fun? The next time you go to the grocery store and you're standing in the checkout line and there are people all around you, start doing this. They're going to ask you, are you okay? And you tell them, I think so. What year is it? Shut up.
Welcome back to Center of Light Foundation, Frequency, Light, and Sound. Happy holidays to you. I love you. I wish you nothing but joy. This is going to be the most amazing Christmas as well as the most amazing New Year. And this is going to exponentiate every year. It's time to light up. Tonight has been Center of Light, frequency, light, and sound. It's time to light up and sound off. That's all there is. It's what you're doing anyway. Plug in consciously. Not only see, but look. Not only be here, but listen. Hello, Melinda Lane. Listen to the sound of your heart. See your heart extended out to everyone, everywhere. Become the light. You'll see the light brighter. You are an influencer. Completely and wholly to yourself and of and for yourself, but you are an influencer to everyone else around you. Light up, sound off, frequently. Make it your graceful ambiance, frequency, and do it frequently as often as possible. Merry Christmas. You are loved beyond measure. Loving you.